Shrink down. Oop, there's the wheel. I love doing that. It's so good. The fancy camera movements, you know? It's top tier streamer. Chat is broken again? Oh no. But yeah, let's spin the wheel. The most important part of Wheel Wednesday. And it's Aviary Attorney. Okay. Oh, what a bunch of games we're getting today. Let me go back here. Most important part is you all. Thank you. Rigged? What do you mean rigged? I feel like you always say it's rigged. No matter what it lands on. We can just do one case of Aviary Attorney. Let me get the game capture. Oh, I don't know if was this the game where the game capture wasn't working properly? Yeah, I think so. It works if I do this though. There you go. It's not Celeste, so it must be rigged. Well, Celeste isn't on the wheel, so I feel like if it did hit Celeste, that might be rigged. Maybe I should put Celeste on the wheel. Maybe. January 7th, 1848. The Palais du Louvre. The Louvre. Oh, look at that. That fancy bird. Let us be reasonable, senors. I'm sure this is simple enough to explain, or something. I think that's what it says. There is no misunderstanding. In the name of the king, arrest that Spaniard. Ah, always the Spaniards. Of course. Those damn Spaniards. The worst, I know. I knew Falcon wouldn't like to turning up to the office on Friday. But now it's midday on Monday, and there's still no sign of him. This is becoming a little concerning. I should go look for him. I should probably go find him. His home would be a good place to start. But the bird brain never gave me his address. I'll just have to find him the hard way. Wait, what do you mean the hard way? How are we supposed to find him if we don't know his address? Nope, still no sign of him. A conciergerie? Perhaps? Excuse me, my child. I'm looking for my friend. Do I look like a lost and found to you? Buzz off, bird brain. Alright then. Great. Good job, Sparrison. Maybe over here? Except for the French and the Dutch and the Germans, Europe is a real hive of scum and villainy when you think about it. What? You take that back. How dare you? If anything, the Brits are the worst. No sign of Falcon here. Excuse me, Rupert. Oh, it's you, the first year dropout. Hey, I didn't drop out. I was forcibly ejected. But that doesn't matter right now. I'm looking for Falcon. Have you seen him? Falcon? The guy who somehow blundered his way through the Catalan trial with the help of some very dubious evidence? No, I haven't seen him since the trial. Oh, well, thanks anyway. You'll take nothing back from a scorpion murderer? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I did kill some scorpions. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Duhart. Down here. Oh, there you are. It's Parison, right? That's right. I heard about the case you were involved in. I never would have thought that the Baron was a murderer. He always treated me with the utmost respect. But then I suppose it makes sense that the most ruthless killers are the ones who can put up the best facade. Yeah, I suppose so. Say, how's your friend doing? He seemed a little down last night. So, the first case we did, that she just mentioned, the Cataline case, we proved someone innocent, who then was like, "Oh, good job with all those talk, because I actually did it. Thanks." And we were like, "Oh, well, shit. I guess we got a murderer to walk free. That's not great." So then, of course, she's like, "Oh, I can't believe the Baron is a murderer," but he wasn't. He wasn't. Oh, you've seen him? Yes, he was brooding in the corner of Le Canard Joyeux, mumbling and drinking. It was a little depressing, to be perfectly honest. Le Canard Joyeux? That's the dingy student bar on Rouge... God, I can't... Rougeon, right? The mix of English and French makes it very confusing. It's not dingy, just a little rustic. In any case, that's an enormous help. Thanks, Mademoiselle. Anytime, Sparrison. Canard Joyeux. It's like the happy bird, right? Something like that. The dingiest student tavern in all of Paris. Duck. Oh yeah, Canard. Yeah, no duck. His nostrils fill with the pungent aroma of sour wine and bitter tobacco. Well, ruffle my feathers if it isn't little Sparrison. I haven't seen you in years. How are you doing, hon? I'm feeling pretty good, Madame Cornell. Thank you for asking. I'm actually here to find a friend. He's a big guy named JJ Falcon. Falcon? Yeah, that sorry lump has been here all weekend. He's just been moaning and muttering to himself all weekend. Frankly, he's bringing the whole atmosphere down. I'll take care of him. Thanks, Madame Cornell. It's no problem, hun. He's probably still in the corner of the drinking room upstairs. Okay, fine. We'll go to the drinking room. There's a card room as well. No sign of him. Mon Dieu. I almost stepped on the big fella. Falcon? What are you doing on the floor? Hey, Falcon. Wake up. Wow, the bird's completely out cold. You must have drunk this place dry. Hi, Tigres. Just wanted to come say thank you for the follow. Oh, you don't have to do that. I forgot to follow earlier. So I went by to just give a follow. So I wouldn't... I wanted to check your streams out at some point, so... No problem. Thank you for stopping by as well. It's very nice. Let's see. How do you wake up a drunk person? Kick him, yell at him, or pour a drink on his head. I feel like none of those are great options. What is the best option? What do you think, chat? What do you do to wake up a drunk person? Do you kick them, yell at them, or pour a drink on their head? pour something on their head. I would say that that is probably the least aggressive option. Even though, yeah, it is a classic movie move, true. I feel like kicking him is just rude. Yelling at him will probably just give him a headache. If it even wakes him at all. So yeah, let's just do this. Well, guess it's time for a rude awakening. Wakey wakey. Great sound effect. Well, he's awake. Oh, good. You're up. Are you with us, Falcon? Yeah. Feeling sober? We should probably head back to the aviary office so we can get some work done. You pour alcohol on a drunk person to wake them up? I guess if that's the only drink we had around, yes. Look, I would have just probably shaken them first or something and just been like, hey, you awake? Instead of just kick. You know, kicking is a bit rough immediately. Or just slapping in the face a bit. That's also a classic. I don't understand it, Sparrowson. I thought I did everything right. I followed all the procedures, I found all the evidence, I presented the case beautifully. And yet a guilty feline walks free while an innocent man sits in custody. What went wrong? Where's the justice? We need to try harder. Maybe? Or just stay quiet for a bit, let him rant? I don't know. We need to try harder. Maybe we need to try harder. Try harder? I don't know if we messed up, or if the system messed up, or what, but we just have to do our best as lawyers, I suppose. Maybe if work is hard enough, maybe if we work hard enough, we can stop mess-ups from happening again. Oh, sorry, Falcon. I don't have the answers, but what I do have is freshly baked croissants from Pierre's Boulangerie. Croissants? Yep, they're waiting for you back at the aviary. I'm sitting here moping about justice and you offer me croissants? Well, it's not just croissants. I got some pain au chocolat, too. I could go for pain au chocolat. Fantastic. Then let's make a move. That is great. I love the chocolate bird. Chocolate buns. They're great. Alright, I admit it. These croissants are amazing. I told you, Pierre's Boulangerie on Rue Verte is something else. Oh, that reminds me. The baker told me something interesting. Do you know what they call pain au chocolat in America? They don't call them pain au chocolat? Nope. Pronunciation difficulties. American is a whole nother language. So, what do they call them? Chocolate croissants. Oh my god. I love this because I remember having this conversation with, or at least hearing this conversation about the chocolate croissant. Who was it? Was it Holly? Who was talking about that? I don't remember. No, wait, it wasn't Holly. It was Tam, I think. I think I remember Tam having this whole thing of, no, they're not chocolate croissants. Because they're not croissants. And it's true. They're not croissants. Croissants is a different type of bread. It's a different type of bakery. You did have a conversation with Holly about baguettes. I mean, yeah, that's similar. Is it? Didn't know that. Oh, Azuki. Hi. Need to AFK, but exclamation word lurk. Well, have a good lurk then. Enjoy. French bread, popular conversation topic. It is. I mean, they're great breads, just in general. Like, whether you call them chocolate croissants or pain au chocolat, they taste great. So who cares? As long as you know what they mean. Hello? Chocolate croissants. What do they call profiteroles? Oh, I think those are still profiteroles. But rather than custard, they fill them with ice cream and smother them in melted chocolate. Simply outstanding. Is this the Aviary attorney? Can I speak to someone, please? Well, what do they call crepes? Excuse me. Did you just hear something, Sparrowson? Down here. Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry. What can I do for you, little one? Maybe I can type a bit if you're still online later. Okay, thank you, Ziggy. Thank you for the lurk and have a great day. I don't know how long I'll keep going, but right now I'm feeling great, so we'll keep going for a bit. Of course, they're baked here, so maybe even better in real life. Maybe, yeah. Oh gosh, where to start? Your name, perhaps? Mousy. My name is Mousy. Very apt. You are a mouse, and you're called Mousy. Yep, makes sense. I mean, he's called JJ Falcon, and he's a falcon, so... And Sparrowson is... You know what? I shouldn't... I shouldn't talk about the names, because they're all pretty on the nose. And what can we do for you, Monsieur Mousy? I have this friend, and he has fallen under some legal turbulence. Legal turbulence? You mean he's been arrested? Yes, I suppose so. They're saying he's a murderer, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. That's quite a problem. I know. Oh, but I forgot to mention, he's the Prince of Spain. Wait, what? The Prince of Spain? And you didn't think that was worth mentioning from the start? I forgot. How did you... I must ask, Mousy, why did you come to us? I would have thought that the Spanish royal family would hire legal counsel with a little more... not terribleness? Expertise. Oh, the prince has great faith in your lawyering skills, Monsieur Falcon. He said that your reputation as a lawyer was renowned. Really? The prince said that? This is a great opportunity, Falcon. Surely you wouldn't deny a request from the Prince of Spain. Of course not. We'll take the case. Of course we'll take the case. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We have royalty to defend. That's the spirit. Good luck to you, messieurs. You aren't coming with us, Mousy? I have other matters to attend to. But Prince Juan is being held in the conciergerie. I'm sure he will fill you in with all the details. Right, let's make it move then. A Spaniard dead and a Spanish prince accused. Yes, it all adds up. No, the Spaniard wasn't dead. It was the Spaniard who was being accused. That was the prince. I think he killed a Frenchman. I'm pretty sure. You weren't looking? No, that's okay. Just making sure there's no confusion. Good day, monsieur. Oh, it's you two again. Hey, nice work on Lady Kitten's trial. Baron Rogril is pacing around the cell right now, ranting about wringing your neck. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's super mad, but hey, criminal's a criminal, right? If the lion didn't want a death sentence, he probably shouldn't have killed the guy. Oh, you're not here to defend him, are you? Because that would be hilarious. We're actually here to see Prince Juan Querido, heir to the throne of Spain. The mouthy fox, huh? That guy is driving me nuts with his senores and his flamboyant attitude. I say the sooner he hangs, the better. Well, come on then, while we're young. But I do love that guy. Just the Prince of Spain, I presume. Oh. Beautiful. Beautiful. Great intro. Have a good lurk, Tigres. Indeed, I am Juan Querido, heir to the throne of España, and you must be the legendary lawyer, Senor J.J. Falcon. Well, I wouldn't say legendary. I wouldn't even say notable. Such humility. I would expect nothing less from renowned individuals such as yourselves. But let us get down to business. I trust that my compañero Mousy explained the situation. He told us that you have been accused of murder, but we need some further details before we can start our investigation. Ah, of course. What is it you wanted to know? Tell us about the murder. To be honest, Prince Juan, I'm a little confused as to how a member of royalty could get in so much trouble. Could you walk us through your activities on the day of the murder? Of course. Let me see where to begin. It was the cold and misty morning of the 6th of January. I had heard that King Louis Philippe was unveiling a new painting at the Palais du Louvre. I wished to meet the man himself. So after a brief stroll and picnic in Tuileries Garden, I entered the palace. I found the royal entourage in the Louvre's Grand Gallery. When I saw an opportunity, I presented a humble gift to the king. A rose, an international symbol of passion and virtue. How romantic. But before the king could take it, a rather rude person snatched it from my fingers. It was a royal guard, a dog by the name of Major Howell. Ouch, cried out Major Howell. I have pricked myself upon the thorns of this dastardly flower. And then the mayor slumped to the floor, his face turned blue, his mouth frothed, and he died. He died straight away after being pricked? Straight away, senor. It's obvious that the pricked finger was the cause of death, but I don't know of any poison that acts so fast. Nor do I, Senor Falcon, but clearly the police felt the poison upon the rose's thorns was the only logical explanation. And with so many witnesses, even the king himself, what could I say to defend myself? So where did this rose come from? I acquired it from a beautiful Parisian flower seller at the Hall Market, a girl by the name of Catherine Marie Singh. But surely you are not suggesting that the flower girl applied poison herself, Senor Falcon? Well, I'm not making any accusations yet. I'm just planning to explore every line of inquiry. Did you want to ask something else, Senor Falcon? Why are you in Paris? Also, welcome back, Mohans. Why did you come to Paris, Prince Yuan? I was on a diplomatic mission. I do not know whether you are familiar with current events, but you may have heard that my country is in a state of turmoil. Contenders for the Spanish throne are slandering, plotting, backstabbing. It's chaos. The people are suffering. So I thought, if I can befriend some French royalty, perhaps even the king himself, maybe I can strengthen my family's name. With the Querido dynasty restored, I would have a chance at bringing peace to my beautiful nation. Well, I guess that plan's gone out of the window. Sparrowson, don't be rude. No, he is right. I failed terribly. Don't fret, Prince Juan. We'll do everything in our power to clear your name. Maybe once the dust has settled, you will have another opportunity to speak with King Louis Philippe and complete your mission. Thank you, Senor Falcon. I am sure you will do your best. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? What were you reading? What were you reading before we so rudely interrupted? This book? It is a Spanish classic. Don Quixote of La Mancha. Nice. Do you know it? I have heard of it. I have actually not read it. Reading is for squares. It is a classic, though. I've heard of it. It's about the knight who jousts windmills, right? That's one part of the story, yes. The hero is a virtuous but elderly knight by the name of Don Quixote. In the chapter you mentioned, he takes up arms against an army of giants who are terrorizing a town. Quixote's partner, Sancho, warns him that the giants are just windmills and their flaming arms are just sails twirling in the wind. But Quixote doesn't listen. He takes up his lance, gets on his horse and charges away. Charges anyway. That sounds more like Don Quixote, am I right, Falcon? Perhaps he is dumb, Senor Sparrowson, but many of us spend our whole lives jousting imaginary giants. Speak for yourself, Juan. I've never been jousting, let alone seen a giant. I think we're getting off track here. Indeed. I tell you what, Senor Falcon, I'll lend you my copy of this book. Maybe you'll have time to give it a read at some point. Whatever happened to Sancho Panza? I mean, I don't know what happened to them. Maybe I will, thank you. El ingenioso hidalgo Don Quixote de la Mancha. Nice. Was there anything else you wanted to know? No, I think that's everything, thank you. And what's the plan, Big Bird? Well, we have 2 lines of inquiry. We should head to the scene of the crime, the Palais du Louvre, and see if we can find any clues or witnesses. And we should interview the flower girl in the Hall Market to see if she has anything to say about this alleged poisoned rose. 2 tasks spread over 6 days? This almost sounds too easy. Let's not get complacent. Good luck, senores. Wait a minute, Falcon. What is it? Did something seem off about Prince Juan to you? He's quite a character. He seemed colorful to me, throwing roses, spouting about literature, Juan's once suave Spaniard. Maybe I misread him. Well, look, if this is bothering you, then we could always ask around. Maybe someone in the city knows Juan's dirty secret, if he actually has anything to hide, that is. Yeah, let's dig up the dirt. But we've still got a trial to prepare for. Priorities, Sparrowson. Okay. So we have 6 days. Where do we go first? We could go to the tavern and see if there's any rumors about the prince. I think we just start at the murder scene, the crime scene. That's always a good point to start. Falcon and Sparrowson make their way to the Place du Carrousel, the courtyard just north of the Louvre's Grand Gallery. That's the Arc de Triomphe over there, right? I swear it's smaller than how I remember it. That's the Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel, you doofus. The big Arc de Triomphe is up the road. What? No way, why are there 2? Because when a man like Napoleon invades half of Europe, he gets to build as many triumphal arches as he damn well pleases. It's true. He can. And he did. Cocorico. Well, I never expected to see you here, JJ. That arrogant voice. Good day, Severin. Let's be civil, JJ. Why don't you introduce me to your new assistant? Fine. Severin, this is Sparrowson, my assistant. Sparrowson, this is Severin Cocorico, the most pompous prosecutor in Paris. Oh, are you 2 old school friends or something? More like arch rivals. Please, JJ, I think arch rival implies some sort of competition. As I recall, we've met in court on 5 occasions, and on 5 occasions that you get humiliated terribly. I'm amazed that a failing bird brain like you is still able to get clients. Actually, Severin, business has never been better. I'll have you know that I am currently being employed by the Prince of Spain, no less. The Prince of Spain? Juan Querido? Well, well, this is quite an amusing coincidence. Don't tell me. Correct. I am the prosecutor for the very same case. It is a pity that the Spanish prince will indubitably hang, but I suppose that is what he gets for hiring a bird brain to represent him. Don't call me a bird brain. You're the only bird brain here, Severin. One always speaks badly when one has nothing to say. Voltaire. Uh-oh. He's giving you the verbal smackdown. Quick, Falcon, make a witty to return. Huh? Yeah, I'm referring your clue. Don't agree with what you say. A witty saying proves nothing. Your friend tells you that Arc de Triomphe roundabout is the scariest place he's ever driven. I can imagine. It's very busy and it's not a great roundabout from what I know. I've heard about it before. Let's just say I don't agree with what you say. I don't agree with your right to... Wait. I agree with what you say, but... Oh dear. You're the same bumbling fool that you've always been, Falcon. But enough talk. If you messieurs would excuse me, I have a case to prepare for. JJ, Sparrowson, I'll see you two in court. Ugh, I can't stand that guy. He did seem like a bit of a cockerel, but is it true what he said? You know, that he trounced you in court 5 times? Can't deny it. Severin has a reputation as a ruthlessly thorough prosecutor. Mountains of evidence, surprise witnesses. It's no wonder he always manages to one-up me. But this time will be different, right? I hope so. I know so, for you see, I stole this annotated map of the Louvre out of Carcarico's pocket when he was busy rattling off Voltaire quotes. Sparrowson, that's pretty illegal. And immoral. Stealing from another attorney, that's the sort of thing that gets lawyers disbarred on the spot. Oh, I didn't realize it was so serious. Alright, I'll go give it back. I'll say you dropped it or something. Wait. There's no need to be so hasty. Let's have a look and see what the map says. We'll just take a peek. Just moments ago, you said that taking the map was illegal and immoral. Well, the act is done. It's not like peeking would make the act double illegal. Plus, the extra information would even the playing field. It would help to create a balanced legal environment. That's a good thing, isn't it? When you put it like that, it would almost be illegal not to take a look. Yeah. Let's take a closer look. I see. This map shows the entire Louvre area. Everything from Tuileries to the Rue de Louvre. Most convenient. We're currently standing here in the Place du Carrousel. And these pendant arrows seem to show the route taken by the king's entourage. Which means that the king first went here, through the Salle du Tibre. And then here into the Grand Gallery, where the murder occurred. The murder! Didn't Prince Juan said that he spent the morning in the Tuileries garden? Well, that's right, so that means Prince Juan approached the Louvre from the west side, somewhere over here. Sounds like we have a lot of places to visit. Where should we go first? Okay. Let's go to the garden first. The rulers traffic entering it have right of way. Who thought that up? That's... Wait, what? Why? Doesn't that just slow down traffic massively? Because then everyone who is on the roundabout will have to stop constantly to let people on. That is very strange. Our feather-headed friends wander through the immaculately maintained Tuileries garden. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until they spot a familiar face picking up litter by a tree line. Hey, Falcon, doesn't that groundskeeper over there look familiar? Yeah. Oh, that I'm looking at him, he does look a lot like that photographer. What's his name? Robitio Rabinio. Robitio Rabinio. Did someone call me? Oh, it's you. The lawyers who don't appreciate a masterful photograph when they see it. It's good to see that you gave up on your artsy dreams to pursue the more grounded career of groundskeeping. Hey, I'm not doing this willingly. I was given community service for committing perjury. Can you believe that? They gave me, an esteemed photographer, community service. Me. Yeah, I can believe that. Perjury is somewhat serious. You should be thankful that you got off without jail time. You sound just like that self-righteous Judge Maxime. So, did you two want to ask me something, or are you just here to gob? Personally, I'm just gobbing. Actually, I do have a couple of questions if you don't mind, Monsieur Rubinio. Have you met Prince Juan? I don't suppose you've bumped into a Spanish fox who goes by the name of Prince Juan, have you? A Spanish fox? No, I've never met anyone like that. If this is about that assassination attempt on the king, then you're asking the wrong person. I only started working here today. I see. Was there anything else you wanted? How's the groundskeeping? Terrible. Tourists are pigs. Sometimes literally. Look at all this rubbish I found. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple cores. And look what I picked up by the west entrance. A book page. A whole book, I could understand, but a single page? What kind of blithering moron loses just one page? Wait a moment. May I take a closer look at that, monsieur? Don Quixote. That's a page from Don Quixote. May I take it off your hands, monsieur? Sure. What's it worth to you? What's it worth? It's trash. It's literally worthless. Then I suppose I'll be destroying it as per my duties. Alright, I suppose you deserve a little compensation for your trouble. How about you give me the page and... 5 francs, I'll speak with the judge, or I'll get your photos in the Louvre. I feel like this is not gonna work. I don't think I can get his photos in the Louvre. How much money do we have? I think we still have 10. We can speak with the... No, we'll just pay him 5 francs. 10. 6. 10. 8. 10. Wow, Falcon, you suck at bartering. Alright, fine. 10 it is. Take my damn money. Page 44. Okay. Did you want to ask something else? No, that's all. Oh, we have 40. Never mind, we have more money than we did before. That's all. We'll let you get back to your work, Monsieur Rubinio. Okay, let's go to Celle du Tibre. If I understand Cocorico's notes correctly, this is the room the king and his entourage stopped in before heading to the Grand Gallery. This room doesn't seem to be very popular. I don't see anybody around to interrogate. Interview. Right, interview. Well, since it's quiet, maybe we should take the opportunity to do a little snooping. What would be the point? Surely all the interesting evidence would be in the Grand Gallery, where the murder took place. Think about it, Falcon. The police would have already gone over the Grand Gallery with a fine-tooth comb. But I bet that numbskull Inspector Valeri didn't even think to check this room for clues. There might be a murder weapon just under our beaks. Your logic seems a little questionable, but it couldn't hurt to have a look, I suppose. A shiny copper urn. I guess it was used for carrying water, or for cremated remains. Perhaps not, probably not both at the same time. It smells good. Don't sniff the exhibit, Sparrowson. No, really, this urn smells amazing. It's almost chocolatey. You poor thing. You're hallucinating from hunger. Would you like to stop by a bakery on our way back to the office? Don't patronize me, Falcon. My nose never lies. You don't have a nose. I'm telling you, there's something in there. I can feel it. And now you're touching the exhibit? That's definitely a no-no. See? Look what I found in the urn. Put that down, Sparrowson. It's someone's old rubbish. No, look. It's a chocolate wrapper. Judging by the smell, the chocolate was bitter and dark. 70, perhaps 80% cocoa? Belgian in origin. The level of wrapper crumpling and the firmness of the chocolate residue indicates that this was discarded just a few days ago. Yes, I am certain. The chocolate contained in this wrapper was undoubtedly consumed on the 7th of January, the day of the murder. Mon Dieu, Sparrowson, you deduced all that from smelling the wrapper. Imagine what I could work out if I tasted it. That would be necessary. Sparrowson, if you could apply this level of critical thinking to areas outside of food, you would be the world's greatest detective. If only all the evidence were edible. So, do you have any idea which shop this chocolate was purchased from? That might help us track down the person who consumed it. I mean, I feel like if all the evidence was edible, the criminals would just eat the evidence before, you know, getting out of Dodge. They'd just eat all the evidence. At least I would. There's no possible way we could know that. I suppose we will have to visit every confectioner in town and sample every bit of merchandise for comparison. What a chore! Interesting, because I can see Lander Hagelslag Chocolate Emporium written on the wrapper. Well, you can't blame a bird for trying. He did try. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of stand or podium? Maybe it's just a decorative piece. It's a Roman doorstop. Roman doors were enormous marble slabs, so the doorstop had to be similarly large in order to stay in place. I don't think that's right. My uncle's a Roman historian, trust me. Doubt. These columns have been designed to look Roman. I think the style is Ionic. It's not Ionic, Falcon. Irony is when a character says something, but the reader knows it means something completely different. That's not... Never mind. I see a cabinet full of engraved plates, mostly bronze. How much do you think they're worth? I don't know, 300 francs apiece at least? What? Are you serious? I'm in the wrong profession. I don't think archaeology works as a get-rich-quick scheme, Sparrowson. Who said anything about archaeology? I'm going to become a museum robber. Oh, well, that's one way to get rich quick. True. This is some sort of ceremonial container. It's beautifully crafted, but what did it contain? Maybe it's an arcane wine cabinet. Don't be so ignorant, Falcon. This is a secret Mesopotamian artifact gifted to the Emperor Hadrian for his victory at Euphrates in 123 AD. Stop making stuff up. You and I both know nothing about Mesopotamia. Alright, you got me. This could be a hippo's chamber pot for all I know. Well, okay, great. A supporting column. It's holding the roof up. If the column were truly supportive, it wouldn't hold the roof up. It would encourage the roof to get to its location on time. Oh my god. The jokes. We're done here, for now at least. We can't spend all day staring at Roman artifacts, I suppose, so where to next? The Grand Gallery. Here we are, the Grand Gallery, the murder room. I believe the murder occurred right under the new painting. I see hundreds of paintings. Which one of them is the new one? I haven't the foggiest. We will have to ask someone. Please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me. Excuse me, monsieur. You look like you know your Mona Lisas from your last suppers. I don't want any attention. Maybe he isn't talking to me. Nope, he's definitely talking to me. Keep it together, Eric. Oh, hi. Would you happen to know which painting was unveiled on the 7th of January? The one the king came to visit? Oh, yeah. I can help you with that. It's the piece right behind you. Ah, I see. It's a painting of the king himself. That is one noble-looking penguin. What do you think of it, Falcon? What do I think? Well, I'm no art critic, but it's subtle and nuanced. The careful brushstrokes, the pre-Raphaelite soft tones, and the subliminal use of light. This is contrasted, nuanced work. It's an evocative painting that alludes to a forgotten era. You said a lot of words, but I'm not sure if I'm any closer to knowing your opinion. I'm getting the impression that you messieurs aren't regulars at art galleries. No, we're a right pair of Philistines. Speak for yourself, Falcon. I've never even been to the Middle East. Then I'm guessing you're here to investigate the king's assassination attempt. Oh my god. Sparrowson is amazing. That's right. We were actually hoping we could ask you a couple of questions about what you saw. Oh, I wasn't even in Paris when the murder took place. I didn't see anything. But, I have a friend who might be able to help you out. What's this? R&M Associates, the home of Renner de Volps, private investigator. Thank you, but I don't normally deal with these grey area of the law types. No, please, give the guy a chance. He helped me out of a bind before, and I'm sure he can do the same for you. Well, I'm not making any promises, but I'll keep hold of the card. We appreciate the help in any case. It's no trouble. Thank you for your time, monsieur. Is there anything else we can do here? Well, ideally we would turn the whole Grand Gallery upside down in our hunt for evidence, but that's not possible with so many people around. We should probably just move to another room. Yeah, okay, so plastic carousel. Are we all done here? Yep. We can always come back later. I don't think we forgot anything. Ooh, let's go to the chocolate emporium. Oh yes. Welcome to Landers Hagelslag Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris. I am Lander Hagelslag, the founder and owner of this establishment. I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Oh, lawyers. Very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but, well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story, you see. When I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney. Falcon, you have to help me. What is it? It's the smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding I lay waste to the shop. For pity's sake, restrain yourself, Sparrowson. Oh, but I'm rambling, aren't I? So are you messieurs here to buy some chocolate? Yes. No. We're actually here on business, monsieur. Business? First things first. We believe that this chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct? Oh, yes. That is indeed a trademarked Hagelslag wrapper for genuine Belgian Hagelslag chocolate. This was almost certainly bought from this very establishment. Very good. With that established, there is something else we wish to ask Monsieur Hagelstock. Who bought this? Can you tell us who bought the chocolate that was contained in this wrapper? I'm afraid not, monsieur. Not just because of matters of confidentiality, although that is a factor, you understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that. I thought elephants never forget. My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand I have dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who could have potentially bought this particular item. So your memory is good, but we need further information. If we were to give you the description and the name of a person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh, yes, that I could probably do, monsieur. Let me think. Who to ask about? Let's ask about Juan. Have you ever served Juan Querido, the Prince of Spain? The Prince of Spain? No, monsieur. Well, that's good to hear. Our clue would have turned into a dead end if our own client turned out to be the chocolate fiend. I did once serve a princess from Mali, if that's any help. You see, I met the girl while hiking through the Himalayas. Please stop. Let me think. Who else? The mouse? Have you ever served a tiny mouse named Mousy? No, monsieur. Mice terrify me. Yeah, okay, that's fair. What about the cocorico? Have you ever served a cockerel with a ludicrously good posture named Severin Cocorico? No, monsieur. Monsieur, I'm growing tired of these endless inquiries. Perhaps you should come back another day. You know, Falcon, it's possible that we just haven't encountered a chocolate fiend yet. Rather than coming back here every day and making aimless guesses, we should wait until we have someone specific in mind. You might have a point, Sparrowson. Thank you for your time, Monsieur Hagelstock. We shall return when our investigation has progressed a little. Any time, messieurs. Okay. Well, let's go to Le Canard Joyeux. Really, Falcon? I thought you were done with your mopey drinking. I'm not here to drink, Sparrowson, or mope for that matter. Taverns are a fantastic hub of information. If we wish to get to learn more about this Prince Juan, then this would be the ideal place to start asking questions. Oh, that's pretty good thinking. You two are back. Are you feeling any better, Falcon? Much better. Thank you for asking, Madame Cornell. Oh, that's great to hear, hon. Will it be the usual? No, I'm back to investigative work today, so I've got to keep sharp. We wanted to know if you've seen the Prince of Spain around here recently. A Prince of Spain? I don't know if you've noticed, hon, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional bourgeois. You can forget about seeing a member of royalty. That's a pity. Maybe I should ask some of your patrons. Feel free. The old regulars, Rufus and Powell, are playing cards in the attic, the same as always. But we get all sorts of colorful characters in the drinking room. I bet if you rattled enough cages, you could find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know. Thank you, madame. Let's see where to start. The drinking room. So there I was, in the grasslands 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I had been pursuing this set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar. A big, stupid boar, completely oblivious to my existence. I readied my gun. I carefully took aim. And then, bam! You shot it? No. It was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot. Sounds like one of them heart attacks. My nan went the same way. That's what I thought, but when I went to take a closer look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth. Wow, it was rabbit? Possible, but I don't think so. I remember reading something about frothing around the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone. Good call. Who wants to deal with tainted meat? Excuse me, monsieur. Yes? Can I help you? You say that the beast you were tracking might have died from poisoning. Could you give us some further details? Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid. Well, what do you think caused it? I would guess it ate something bad or saw some of the poisonous plants around. Wolf's bane, I think they call it. But really, I have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me. Excuse me, monsieur. What is it? I don't suppose you've seen a Juan Corrido around here. He's Spanish royalty. Foxy fellow, swanky hat, calls everyone senor. That doesn't sound familiar. Do you recall seeing anyone like that, Piero? Ain't got a clue. Sorry, messieurs, you're barking up the wrong tree. Well, what can you tell us about the Spanish royal family? Do we look like walking encyclopedias or something? I'm afraid my compadre has a point. If you want to talk about hunting, then I'm your man. But Spanish royalty? That sounds like a question to be answered at a library, monsieur, not a tavern. A library? Maybe you're right. Sorry for bothering you. Okay, card room. Go on, Paul. Just one more game of Jacques Noir. Absolutely not. My wallet is hurting enough as it is. Please, I'll even let you deal this time. The answer is no, Rufus. I'm a skint. If you want to play cards, we'll have to ask someone else. Fine, I'll ask the big fellow. Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, you. Would you care to play some Jacques Noir? Sure. Absolutely. Deal me in, monsieur. Very well then. Do you know how to play? Of course. I've been playing for years. Yeah, right. Don't get cocky, Falcon. Very good. I shall be the dealer. We'll bet 5 francs per game. Here we go. Oh yeah. We're in a betting game now, guys. Hit me. Ooh. That's a risky one. No! No! Unlucky, monsieur. Most unfortunate. Shall we have another round? Yep. Let's go. We can do this. Oh. Oh. $20? Nice. No, wait, that's not nice. I thought after 17 he would just definitely go over. No. God damn it. What a bastard. Deal me in. Oh no. Language. I know, I'm sorry. Come on, it can't get 21 again, right? Surely not. Yeah, okay, good. Well played, monsieur. Here's your payout. Shall we have another round? No, it's good. We won, it's fine. Understand. Feel free to come back anytime. Or can we actually talk to them, or? I guess not. Okay. I guess there's not much else we can do. This is how gambling affects you, folks. It's true. It's true. Yeah, let's actually go to the shopping area, the market. Vendors and buskers, performers and thieves, bourgeois and peasants all bustled from place to place. Prince once said that he met a flower girl here. Signa, I think her name was. There's a swan with flowers over there. Do you think that's her? I think so. It's possible that she knows the murderer, or even that she is the murderer herself, so we should probably act with tact and finesse. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Flower Lady. We would like a word. Tact, Sparrowson, tact. We've been over this. Good day, messieurs. Are you interested in purchasing a flower? Yes, I wish to purchase a rose from milady. I'm afraid that I'm out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you would be satisfied with a chrysanthemum instead? Tis a beautiful flower from a fair maiden. Please don't mind Sparrowson. He fell out of his nest as a baby and has done dumb things ever since. Hey, let me introduce myself. I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Signa? That's right. Catherine Marie Signa. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt. How did you know? I'm no fool, monsieur. I know that a rose I sold was used as the murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me. The Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads, so do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? Business is slow. Please ask away. Who bought your last rose? You mentioned that you sold your last rose a week ago. Who did you sell it to? The person who bought the rose. I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox. Sounds like one. I met him around a week ago, on the 6th. We talked for a little while about the usual things, you know, like how everyone seems to be in debt these days. Then he bought a rose and left. I hear that the fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty. Oh, why is that? Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling. Mademoiselle, it just so happens that we're defending this particular fox in the Cour d'Assises. Assises? Sure. I don't remember. If you have something to say that could prove his innocent, now would be the time to let us know. I'm sorry, messieurs. I can't. What? Don't run away. Wait, Mademoiselle Signa, wait up. Damn. Nice display of tact and finesse, Falcon. You scared her off. That swan obviously knows something crucial about the case. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is. Agreed, but I don't think she'll be in the mood to tell us anything else. I know. Why don't we try acting with a little more tact and finesse next time? Hush. Well... Special cinematic scenes marked by an exclamation mark will pop up on the map screen. These cinematic scenes are only available for one day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit. Their viewing is entirely optional. Okay, we can do that. La soup. La soup. Soup. A storm is brewing, my dear brother. Word of the royal assassination attempt has spread. The proletariats grow confident. Their bourgeoisie are cowering. It won't be long before we have rioting. And then a revolution. Revolution! Oh my god. I don't know what that was about. But it's probably important in some way. Let's go to the library. Here for a little light reading, are we? Not quite, Sparrowson. I'm following the hunting beagle's advice. Don't eat poisoned pork? The other piece of advice, that if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library. Oh, that makes sense. Say, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask, since we're in the library and all, are you a classic literature fan or do you prefer more modern works? Readings for squares. I mean, I don't really... I read... I don't mind books, I just don't really read them. I used to read a lot. Or a lot more than I do now, but that's not difficult. So, I mean, I do like some of the classics, but I've not read much of them. Sure, we'll say I like the classics. I think I'd like either one of them if I actually were to read them. I like the classics, you know? Alain René, Lusage, Crébillon Field, that sort of thing. Don't try to act smart. I saw you reading that book of naughty limericks the other day. You didn't think I would notice because you put a dull-looking slipcover over it, but I knew, Falcon. I knew. Monsieur meant lowering your voices. I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building. Oh, my apologies, Monsieur. We'll keep it down. Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you? An astute observation. Yes, Monsieur. As the only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian. Well, now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something. I do? Oh, right, I do. What can you tell us about Don Quixote? I borrowed this book from a friend. What can you tell us about it? Don Quixote of La Mancha? It's a classic. Everybody has read it. Yeah, everybody. But for those who haven't... I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect you to, Monsieur, but can you tell us about the physical book itself? This particular book didn't come from any library, if that's what you're asking. See, there's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop. A French bookshop, if the French translation and publishing information wasn't given away. I see, thank you. Did you have any other questions, or can I get back to work? Can you tell us about the Spanish monarchy? You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like. I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic question is in the back of your throat. Well, we understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown on who the contenders are? What a trivial question. Even an elementary school child can name the immediate heirs to every throne in Europe. Yeah, but for the sake of those children who slept through that class, can you refresh our memories? Very well. Pay attention because I'm not repeating myself. The current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Regnant Isabella II of the House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Upon her death, the crown will likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz, although it is certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim. However, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlists, headed by the Count of Montemonin. I hope that answers your questions. Did you catch all that, Sparrowson? Not a word. Monsieur, we're actually interested in Prince Juan Querido of Spain. I don't think I heard that name in your explanation. A Prince? Juan Querido? Is that what you said? Monsieur, I think you've been misinformed. There is no current Prince of Spain. I'm not even sure Querido is a real name. It is certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy. How strange. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, one thing is for sure, our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps he's involved us in some sort of con. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be in our interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers. Right. Are you two quite done chit-chatting? Yeah, that's all. Hi, Combat. How are you doing? How are you? Yeah, I was monologuing, it's true. So what do we do now? So we could go back to the conciergerie and ask Prince Juan, who isn't a prince, like, what's going on. Or we could go to the chocolate place and see if we can figure out who would have ordered the chocolate. Not bad, nice, that's good. I'm doing well. Chocolate, always chocolate? Okay, fine, we'll go for the chocolate. I don't think, or rather, I don't know if it's gonna do much. Could the chocolate have been poisoned? Ask nicely. Is there any chance that your produce could have been contaminated? Absolutely not, monsieur. I stand by my claim that my chocolate is the finest in all of Paris. I go to great lengths to ensure that the highest quality is ensured. Any contaminations would be terrible for business, you understand. I see. Was there something else you wanted to ask? Who bought the chocolate? Okay. So... Where's the flower go? There. Have you ever served a flower-selling swan named Catherine Mary Signer? No, monsieur. Oh god, okay. If she were the chocolate fiend, then our investigation would have become much simpler. But since she's not, let me think. I don't know. Who could it be? What about the guy that actually died? Have you ever served a member of the Royal Guard by the name of Mayor Howell? No, monsieur. Are you sure? Yes, monsieur. I've served many soldiers, but I don't recall seeing a mayor here in recent memory. What does that mean, Falcon? Have we lost our lead? Not necessarily. It just means that Major Howell didn't buy the chocolate and may have killed him. There's still the possibility that someone bought the chocolate for him. That's our lead. That's who we want to find. I did once serve a high-ranking officer of the British Army who was on his way to Zimbabwe, if you want to hear that story. No, I don't want to hear that story. Let me think. I don't know. Who else could it be? I don't think the guys in the pub would have done it. I don't think the librarian would have done it. This art-loving porcupine? Maybe? I don't know. I think this is our final guess. What do you guys think? Who do we ask about? Because we've already asked about the prosecutor, the mouse, the prince himself, deceased person and the flower lady who the prince bought a flower from. I've already asked about the mouse. I'm thinking either Rabicchio or the porcupine. And the only reason I think Rabicchio is because he's already caught, but then he has no reason to, right? He's already in trouble. I don't know. I'm just gonna do the porcupine. Have you ever served a porcupine art aficionado named Eric Pork? No, monsieur. Monsieur's I'm growing tired. Yeah, okay, so I don't know. So that gave us nothing, and I think it's like court day soon. Yeah, it's court day. Well, I feel underprepared, guys. I feel very underprepared. Once again, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. I'm just gonna do the porcupine now. Not like that age. Are you feeling nervous? Yes. Of course I'm nervous. What have we learned about Prince Juan? What do we know about the real murderer? Nothing. Easy there, Falcon. We can do this. Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order? Absolutely. I've every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial. Ah, such confidence. That's magnificent to see. And bringing the truth to light, you say? An admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants. All of you says you're jammering. The door's opening. Here we go. Buena suerte, Senor Falcon. Senor Falcon! We will. Are we ready? We're ready. I don't think we're ready, but sure. JJ? Severin? Nervous? Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous. Oh, cool your feathers, Falcon. Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be a perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But if this is how you act before the trial has even started... Why, you pompous-tailed, posture-perfect... Order, order. Let's all settle down. The court is now in session. Psst, Falcon. What is it? Is it me or does the primary judge look hairier today? That's a different judge to the one who presided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus. Oh. Still, it's a little strange, isn't it? Really? There are a dozen judges in Paris alone. It only makes sense that we see different ones in different cases. Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be presiding over this case. Where is he? Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs. But rest assured, assessors, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get the show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Querido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call. The defense is present and ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees this overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes. For 5 minutes? He's just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together. So we're all on the same page. Excellent, prosecutor. Please call your first witness to the stand. Very well. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Giusto Folletti. Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Inspector Giusto Folletti. I am a servant of the law, a scourge of the gutter rats. That will do, Inspector. We've all heard your monologue before. Wow, Cocorino really going for the speed record, isn't he? Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did he just say a clerk? There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in hand, and around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death. Putting the pieces together, that does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn, I was hoping that the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony. Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness. Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered. Ugh, that sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it for now. Go on, Falcon, do your cross-examination. I feel like the judge is a little bit sus, you know? Just a little bit sus. Oh my god, we only have 5 pieces of evidence. Oh no. I guess we go to the poisoning part. Inspector, you say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Howell was killed by poison. Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural. What kind of poison was it? He was not certain. At first the coroner posited that it was a plant-borne poison like that of the aconite flower, but when he learned about how fast the poison had taken place, he noted that this was atypical of aconite. Consequently, he suggested that it may have been some newly engineered concoction. A newly engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms that this was a very deliberate assassination attempt. Indeed. I do have another question about it. Because... So... They're like, oh, it happened so fast, but what really happened is that it was actually slow-acting poison that only set in around the time that the rose pricked him. How exactly was Major Howell poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism? His finger was pricked by the poisoned rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this. Is there any possibility that he poisoned by something else. What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Hall was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause. Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon could fail to draw the blatant link here. I mean, there's no link though. There's literally no link. Because if you have examined the rose as well and checked for it for poison and there's poison there, that would be different. But it all sounds like you haven't checked the rose if it was actually poisoned in any way, shape or form. If you can't prove that, then you can't prove that the rose actually was the cause. So you can't say like, oh, there's a blatant link. It's like, no. We don't have the rose age. Well, actually, we do have the rose, but I mean, we have the evidence that there was a rose. I don't think we have the physical rose. They were supposedly coated in poison, which I doubt. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end this discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the thorns of the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubt that the rose was in fact a poison delivery mechanism. Actually, I can't tell him that. I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose was the cause of the poisoning given the timing of the incident. Fucking idiots. Like, seriously. If the coroner is like, this is way too fast acting poison, I don't know anything that could act this fast, then the first thing you do is check if the rose was actually a delivery mechanism, because otherwise it's like some newly made poison that you don't know about. And otherwise, it's like this, the first thing you check. Why are they so dumb? Although now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there's no poison on the rose, then Prince 1 lives and he's free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies. But that's okay, because the punishment would be just and fitting of the crime. A marvelous suggestion. What is this, a witch's trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things here. Calm your feathers, JJ. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Actually, I won't be able to test the rose for poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes. Oh my god. They destroyed one piece of evidence that they had. Oh my god. It's such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. No, you can't! You have literally no evidence that proves that. Like, literally none. Absolutely nothing you have can put that with absolute certainty, because all you have is that someone pricked his finger and then he died. The cause and effect. Pricking your finger does not cause death. Not necessarily. Right? He could have just pricked his finger. Why would he loudly exclaim like, I pricked my finger on this rose? Specifically. Ow, I pricked my finger on this rose, and then dies. It's like weird, isn't it? It sounds like someone has been destroying evidence. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong. There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison. Something the investigative police blindly overlooked. Thank you, Chichi. I am very passionate about this, okay? I am passionate about proper, like, investigative work. The truth needs to come out. People need to not overlook things and do stupid stuff, because getting the proper justice is important. Don't put innocent people in jail, because it sucks. Look at this. What am I supposed to be looking at? It is the paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate. It was found in the Louvre, the Salle de Tibre to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident. You're not suggesting that Major Howell ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. There you go. I would probably be horrified by the actual British court system, yes. I would be. Did you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector? The police force does not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism. The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damn job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time, messieurs. So let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene. Correct. And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident. I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anything like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh, I see. But do you know for certain that Major Howell consumed this chocolate? Well, that is a fact that we are still investigating. I see. And do you have evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned? Again, that is something that may require a little more time to definitely prove. So then in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Howell consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. That's weak, even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He is a man who claims to have had an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath? And they have a rose. Wait, no, they do not have a rose. Exactly, there's no evidence. There's no evidence at all. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Oh, right, the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Please state your whole name and occupation for the court record. My name is Toussaint Kingsley, and I am a person who fishes. A person who fishes? So you are a fisherman? Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon? Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. And? Can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly he must be a horse jockey. Oh, for pity's sake, fine. We can list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman. Thank you. Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you ride a horse. I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? This is veering quite far off course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions? Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident? Yes, I was sitting upon a railing of the Pont des Arts. The Pont des Arts? That's the new bridge that's just a stone's throw from the Louvre's south entrance, correct? That's right. And what were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Kingfishers, am I right, Falcon? God. So you would have had plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw? Well, the Louvre's a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 AM, I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself, enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then around 9:30 AM, I saw this shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance. Your Honor, I object to the witness's use of the term shifty-looking. It's vague and biased. No, really, he looked super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. The stem of the rose, you say? As if he were applying something to the flower, perhaps. Well, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate. Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question. But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem. Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like what we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet, here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes. I smell perjury. You do? No question. He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime? That's not believable at all. I think you might be right. I wonder if I have any evidence that calls the same story into doubt. Jaeger, hi. How was the stream? Hi everyone. How are you doing? Let me give you a little shout out. I don't know if... Actually, are you here, Aura? You can do the shout out if you want. If you don't do it within like 10 seconds, I'll do it. But yeah, welcome everyone. You doing bird laws? I am. Playing Aviary Attorney. We're in court right now. We have barely any evidence. It's rough. But I think we can kind of do it, maybe. Apparently when I click in or out of the game, it stops capturing for a second. But, oh, hi Thrall, welcome back. Or maybe you never left, I don't know. Rimworld was good, nice. I'm glad to hear it. I wonder if I have any evidence that calls the saint's story into doubt. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Really, this nonsense again? You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is there to question? I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor. I mean, like, does he not know what a court is like? If you're not gonna, like, question the witnesses, then a witness can just go on the stand and be like, yeah, he did it. And they'd be like, oh, great, court closed, case closed, boom, done, everyone happy. Do you know? Well, I know that you're supposed to at least question what they're saying and not just be like, well, he says the thing was poisoned by the person that we're accusing, so surely he's not lying. He must be telling the truth. Like, you need to question it. You need to have evidence for this stuff instead of just being like, yeah, but like he saw it, he says, so surely. Oh, fine, do your thing. Go on, Falcon. Go make a fool out of yourself. Okay. Applying some sort of powder. Around the entrance. Sure, Kingly, you claim that you saw a shifty-looking fox. Yep, sure, super mega shifty. Are you sure that fox was Prince Juan? There must be at least 100 foxes in Paris. How do you know that the fox you saw was Prince Juan? Well, he was wearing a suave hat that hung low over his eyes. I hear that's how they wear them in Spain. And I'm not much of a fashion expert, but the rest of his outfit looked quite out of place for the French winter. Is that all you're going by, his fashion sense? Oh, I nearly forgot. I heard him call a passerby Senor. I thought that was peculiar. Well, that's him, alright. I do have another question about it. All foxes are shifty looking, actually, no. Never mind. So he was sitting on the Pont des Arts. The thing is, he couldn't have seen him. Because he was... The page of the book we found was at the west entrance. So he would have approached from the west. And he couldn't have seen him, I think. I'm pretty sure. You say that you were sitting upon the railings of the Pont des Arts on the morning of the incident. Yep. What entrances can you see from that bridge? Yep, the Pont des Arts is a great vantage point for seeing the Grand Gallery's south side. What about the other entrances? The other entrances? You mean like if you were entering from the Tuileries Garden or the Place du Carrousel? No, I can't possibly see those areas from the bridge. But of course that isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingsley witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with flower in hand, and that's what counts. What if he used another entrance? Tuileries Garden. That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from Tuileries Garden? As a matter of fact, yes I do. I have definitive proof that Prince Juan approached from the west, not the south. Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur. I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show us this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered from the Louvre. Entered the Louvre from the Tuileries Garden. From the Louvre, from Tuileries Gardens. It's a bit weird. Okay. The book page. Look at this. A book page. Page 44 of Don Quixote specifically. It was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance. This proves nothing. I'm not done yet. Take a look at this. Don Quixote. This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he has had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Severin? The defendant was present in Tuileries Garden prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that, in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kingsley from the Pont des Arts. What? I know what I saw, monsieur. A fine theory, Falcon, but maybe the defendant took the long way round. One can still travel from Tuileries to the Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery. Let's not just say silly things, Cocorico. Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating. It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis. You're fond of logic, aren't you, Cocorico? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which one of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered that he took the long way round. How dare you? The nerve of you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts. Words are hard, guys. I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes. Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering? The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction. No, everything I said is the truth. I suspect that the witness isn't even a fisherman. I'm not a fisherman. See? He admits it himself. That's not what I meant. Nice. We got him. Prosecutor, do you have something that will put this arrogant falcon in his place? Oh, you have something. Don't you? I must concede. You concede? On this point, at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of Monsieur Kingsley's testimony is false. No. This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated that is that... God. All Falcon has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable. But I did see something, I really did. Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty looking fox. I made that part of the story up. But I did see a swan lurking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder. A swan? Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Your Honor? Judge Romulus? We're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to the start on the Aviary tortoise trial. It's that late already? Curses. I was hoping we could have this case wrapped up in a single trial session. It's a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to speedy sentencing. Yes, alright, I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damn job. Get this stupid fox the conviction already. I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor. A lot came up in that trial, huh? Yeah, no doubt about that. But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingsley, lie on the witness stand? Maybe he was coerced. It's possible that he was coerced or bribed. That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Juan. Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. I mean, all of these things, really. But Judge Romulus, especially. Judge Romulus, he's acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth. But why? Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty. I'm not so sure. There must be something else at work here. Excuse me. Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon. Sorry to bother you, but, this letter just arrived. I think it's for you. A letter for me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office. Have you been demoted to courier status, Rupert? Oh, hush, hush, Barrison. I don't need to be, pitied by a first-year dropout. Oh, good comeback. So, what does the letter say, Falcon? It's a threat. A threat made with cut-out newspaper letters. Wow, I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon, stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary. There's no question that this letter originated from Major Hall's murderer. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth. Sounds about right, but why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this? Making one's own handwriting would be the most common reason. Although I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to. We are still going ahead with our investigation though, right? Absolutely. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday... Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count. Oh god. Do I continue? I kind of have to make food because I have D&D in like an hour and a half. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Let me... Can I... Oh! Save and quit. There you go. I couldn't do that on the map for some reason, so... Great. We'll continue some other time. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Food. Indeed. Indeed, food. Oh god. My throat hurts now. Let's see who we can raid you over to. There's not a lot of people streaming currently. I do see that Mongoose is going though, so we'll send you over there. He's playing something called Roboco. I'm not sure what that is. But Mongoose is lovely, so go check him out, send some love over there, say hi, all those things. And thank you for watching as always. I hope you had a good time. It's always a bit messy on Real Wednesday, but it's fun, so why not, right? Tomorrow I'll be back with more Octopath Traveler, so maybe I'll see you for that. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of the week and stuff, and maybe I'll see you on Saturday for Pokemon. Yeah, so have a good one. Thank you for being here, being lovely, as always. You weren't watching, you had had pointed at the stream and eyes closed. Wow. Can't believe you do that, Age. Shaking my head. But yeah, thank you everyone. Have a good one. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.